Hey, hey! What are we doing today? Oh, yeah. You're listening to the Horropocalypse podcast. The only horror podcast that matters. All the horror, all the time, is the tagline. It is now. I changed it. Today's topic is it. That's it. That's the topic. It's it. What is this, an Abbott and Costello bit? The topic is it. Like the clown. Like me. But scarier. Only slightly.
Listeners beware. There's no turning back now. You've entered the Horropocalypse podcast.
When you're a kid, you think the universe revolves around you. You think that you'll always be protected and cared for. Then, one day, you realize that's not true. Because when you're alone as a kid, the monsters see you as weaker. You don't even know they're getting closer. Till it's too late.
Here. Take it.
My grandfather thinks this town is cursed. That all the bad things that happen in this town are because of one thing. An evil thing.
Bill, if you will come with me, you'll float too.
Georgie. I saw something.
The clown. Yeah, I saw him too. You'll float too.
What happens when another Georgie goes missing?
You'll float
Or one of us?
too. You'll float too.
Are you just gonna pretend it isn't happening like everyone else in this town?
You'll float too.
If we stick together, we'll win.
Hey everybody, welcome to Take 2 of Horropocalypse episode Patreon pick. I screwed up and I didn't have my gain turned up, so we're trying this again. So I am your host, Michael. I am here to bring you entertainment with zero credibility, and I don't know why you guys are listening, but thank you. Thank you so much. And joining me today is our regular co-host, Chris. Chris, how you doing?
Fantastic, and for a change, it wasn't me that screwed up, so that was really good.
I figured it was about time I did something, to kind of even the scales a little bit.
About damn time.
So, Chris,
Yes.
we are doing a Patreon pick today, but before we delve into what we're doing, tell us a little bit about what's been keeping you entertained.
Keep me entertained. What have I been up to? So, I just finished, and I'm a little bit behind, but I just finished The Punisher on Netflix. Season 2. And just starting season 3 of Jessica Jones. Once I found out Netflix canceled all those Marvel shows, I just stopped watching, and I figured I had plenty of time to watch. So, finally just finished that. was going to go see Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, but my girlfriend went on vacation to New Hampshire, so I'm not sure if she wants me to wait to go see it for her to come see it with me. If not, then I'll probably see it by myself this weekend. And I think that's about it that's been going on as far as entertainment's concerned. I do have a little bit of news, but I'll wait on that.
All right. Oh, I'm sorry. What's been entertaining me, you ask? Oh, thank you.
Yep.
I have been, as I mentioned, I think our last episode, I've been buying a shit ton of horror television shows. So I've been watching a lot more Monsters and Tales from the Dark Side and so on. Still watching all of those. Let's see, checking out some new trailers. I just watched the trailer for Mandalorian.
I just watched that myself, too.
Oh my God, does it look great?
Yeah, doesn't it?
But
doesn't it?
My only problem is
why is
it
Carl Weathers
looks
in it?
great. No, I'm very happy with that. I hope we see a pretty decent amount of him. He's one of my favorites. It looks great, and that's my worry. Is it looks fantastic, but we still have to see the story. We still have to see, can Star Wars be a live-action TV show? Can this character carry a live-action TV show? Are we going to go 3, 4, 5 seasons? So
I have a feeling
we'll see.
I have a feeling that Star Wars will be able to manage a TV show. You're absolutely right that we have no idea what the hell the story is going to be. So
yeah,
is the story going to be able to hold up or not? But I will say this much though, we did get, and I don't know if you noticed this in the trailer. I didn't really get a chance to dissect it, but saw some character that looked like the character from, was it not the Clone Wars, Rebels? One of those bounty hunter characters or bad guy characters in Rebels, encased in carbonite. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, I did see that. I actually saw a bunch of characters lined up in carbonite, I believe.
Yeah, and at one point in time, I swear to God, I saw IG-88. So,
yes,
really need to go.
Oh yeah, no,
go
he was
back
very
and rewatch
prominent.
this.
He was very prominent. He's walking down the middle of a walkway, just firing guns left and right.
That's what I thought too. That's what I thought. But I'm an avid player of that Star Wars game, Galaxy of Heroes, on the phone. And there is another character that looks a lot like IG-88 called IG-86. So the only difference that I can tell anyway is that IG-86's head isn't as tall. It's a little bit short. It's a little bit more stout than IG-88. So when I saw this one, this one's head was a little bit more stout than IG-88 was. So that's why I was like, I'm assuming it's IG-88, but it could be IG-86 for all we know. I mean, this is Disney's first attempt at bringing other things in and making it canon. So
yeah. Well, we'll see how it plays out. I mean, I'm sure Disney will be able to do something with it, and who knows? I mean, like I said, right now with the opening of the Star Wars land, Star Wars is fresh in everyone's head. Yep. This is coming out in November, which is pretty much right around the corner.
Yep.
So we've got a lot to look forward to, and I think it looks amazing, but I'm going to reserve my excitement for a little bit because I've been burned before. Force Awakens.
Episode 1. So, knowing...
You still got a problem with Jar Jar?
No, not at all. Not at all. Even though he single-handedly destroyed the Republic, yet no one gives a shit.
Jar Jar do no such thing. Bring it, bitch. Step up.
What the fuck was I going to say? You completely maybe lose my train of thought. So we have the show starting, I think it's November 17th is when it was starting. This show is going to go all the way up until the week before Star Wars opens. So they're going to have Star Wars fresh in your system all the way up until it actually comes out. So by the time the show is done, you're going to be like, I want more Star Wars. Then, oh, hey, look at that. We get more Star Wars. So good idea on Disney's part.
Continuing with my what's been keeping me entertained, though, I did see Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark.
Oh, what'd you think? Or are you going to do a thing on it?
I thought it was great. You're going to see a lot of people who feel it was too kiddie, that it wasn't scary enough, and things like that. And
isn't it based on
my
kids'
response?
Books?
I was just about to say, my response to them is, keep in mind, this is based off of a children's novel. You take a children's novel, you turn it into a TV or a movie, you're going to get a kid's horror movie. Yeah. And it's PG-13. I thought it was pretty scary and tense enough. The characters look fantastic. It does get a little weak in some areas. This was another one that I didn't go the whole movie without picking up my phone. So by our old grading scale, it would have lost points by that.
Sure.
But all in all, it was good. I enjoyed it. I think they said it in the past to get away with some of the racism and subject matter that they wanted to delve into in this movie. So I don't know how I feel about that. But at the same time, you know me, I don't like this whole politically correct bullshit that happens. Sure. And I do like that they kind of stepped away from the norm. They delved into what life was like at that point in time. Yes, there were people walking around who felt that someone with a darker skin color was someone of lesser quality. Yes, they did call, Hispanic immigrants by derogatory terms. That's what was happening at that time. So I did like that they didn't shy away from that, but at the same time, I don't think it really was needed.
I don't know anything about any of the stories that are in the show or in the movie. So to know that going into it, that's actually kind of interesting. So
you will. I'm sure you've probably read one or two before, because I was trying to buy the books. Dude, we're in our 40s. We were way past, these books when they came out. I remember grabbing them when I was in like middle school in the book fair or whatever.
I don't.
But
I don't. Unless they were called something else. Were they called anything else, or were they?
No, just scary stories to tell in the dark.
Yeah, I don't remember them.
Well, there's scary stories to tell in the dark, more scary stories, and then I forget what the third one was called. But I was trying to grab them. And I wasn't able to buy them to read them before the movie. But when the movie was playing, I was like, oh, yeah, I remember this one. Oh, hey, I know what this one is. So it kind of refreshed my memory.
Okay. So there's a pretty good chance that maybe I would have gleaned at least one of these stories at some point in time in life, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Well, cool. Anything else going on in the old homestead?
No, I just got a notice I got more money on PayPal for selling some of my extra movies.
Dick. Well, that's cool. That's cool. That's awesome, man. Because of the conversation we had about our addictions and stuff like that, and the last conversation we had about my Funko Pop addiction, especially the Batman one, I started looking at Mercari after our conversation yesterday. And now I'm starting to find all these different Batman ones that came out that I wasn't even aware of. And I'm starting to get that, like, twitch that I need to buy them. Mm-hmm. When you're staring at it, you're staring at it and you're like, all I have to do is click this button. That's all I have to do is just click the button. That's it. And it comes to my house. I click the button and it comes to my house. So I've been doing pretty good at not doing that. So, hooray for me.
I'm actually kicking myself today because I check Mercari probably every hour. And I've got a preset search for
You're looking at it now.
Horror Blu-rays. What's that?
You're looking at it now.
And I have a preset search for horror Blu-rays. And one popped up that had Tales from the Crypt, Bordello of Blood, Tales from the Crypt, Demon Knight.
Oh, I love Demon Knight.
The entire run of the animated Beetlejuice series on DVD.
Oh, Jesus.
Weekend at Bernie's, Lights Out. It was I want to say 18 movies total.
Yeah.
And the guy only wanted $30 for it.
Bootleg.
Stupid me. No. Stupid me, though. I always tend to jump right into making that 20% offer.
Oh, yeah.
So I offered him $26. And I went to lunch, and my thought process was if it wasn't picked up or if he didn't deny it by the end of lunch, then I was just going to go in and buy it because it was a really fucking good price.
Yeah.
And I guess halfway through lunch, somebody just snagged it right up. I was so pissed when I got off lunch. But, yeah, I'm actually... Yeah, I am on it right now. Shut your mouth.
Yeah, that's what I thought. You know what I find annoying
Big
about
whoop,
that
you
app?
want to fight about it?
You know what I find annoying about that app is that it still lets you look at things that were already sold. You have to filter it out to say, don't show me things that were sold, because I don't want to know about the stuff I missed. Like, don't tell me. Just tell me the stuff that I can get. Don't tell me about the stuff I missed unless I go looking for it.
Well, the point for that is if you plan on selling this, you can actually look at what the last few had sold for.
Sure. No, I get it.
To kind of give you an idea what to price yours at.
Yeah. No, I get it. It's just that it makes me sad is what it does. Because I'll log in and I'll be looking at something. I'm like, oh, that looks awesome. Maybe let me check how much it is. Oh, no, I can't. It's sold. So that's my only aggravation to it. But outside of that, I mean, I understand it. I get it. I gets it.
So let's hit up a little bit of news. You got news for us there, Chris?
Oh, do I got news? Oh my God, do I got news? So I don't know if I brought this up ever on the podcast. I mean, it's kind of horror related, sci-fi.
Oh Jesus,
horror.
Oh no,
sci-fi-ish. Anyway, I'm going to talk about Ghostbusters. So
son of a bitch.
I have been, since the announcement of Ghostbusters 3 or Ghostbusters 2020, whatever it is they're calling it right now, I've been doing nothing but following it on Instagram. And I don't know if anyone has been following this, but if you're a Ghostbusters fan and you're as excited about the originals coming back as I am, check out the Instagram accounts for Ghostbusters 2020. They're showing you lots of Ecto-1. So much Ecto-1. They haven't shown any of the actors or anything like that yet. So far, it only seems that they've been just filming a lot with Ecto-1. Some of the people who have actually gone up there have reported back like some really cool things. Apparently, Dan Aykroyd's been up there. Dan Aykroyd's been really nice to everybody. He's been signing everything that's been brought in front of him. They're all really pushing. They're all really wanting this to work out. And for all of us who grew up with Ghostbusters in our childhood, they really want to try to do us good. They don't want to do us dirty like what we got before. They want to do us good, and that's what it feels like. So really looking forward to that. But if anyone is interested in Ghostbusters, go check it out. Find it, Ghostbusters 2020 on Instagram, and it's completely worth watching. Plus, there are a couple. You'll find a few cosplay women out there on those pages that are actually kind of really cute. I'm not going to mention any names, maybe a Stay Puft Gal. But aside from that, you should probably check that out. But that's what I got. I wanted to bring that to the table. As Ghostbusters are getting a little bit closer and we get some more information, I'll probably drop some more stuff on it. Because to be honest, I like Ghostbusters. So. But that's what I got.
I think you're the only person this excited about it.
Not true. Look at the Instagram account. I'm not the only person this excited about it. I'm not.
How many of them are over the age of 30?
Good chunk of them. Almost all of them. 90%. I'm just guessing numbers at this point, but there's a lot of them. But there are people out there who are younger, I should say, who do appreciate Ghostbusters for what they were. Not the women one. Not to say there was anything wrong with the women one. It was fine for what it was, but it wasn't Ghostbusters. So,
why do you have to be so misogynistic?
It's in my nature, really. No, in all honesty, as far as the women's Ghostbusters were concerned, it just wasn't a very good movie. I wanted to like it, I really did, and it had a few scenes in there that were fun, but outside of that, it was just kind of bleh. Okay.
All right, well, some horror news for those of us here in Central Florida. Just to let you know, Evil Dead the Musical is coming back.
That's a thing?
Tickets... Yes, Devil Bunny and I have already gone to see it. I fell in love with it, so much so that I am trying so hard to get tickets to go to the show this year.
Oh, that's awesome.
But we don't know. She took a new position with her job. We don't know what her days off are going to be now, and we're just waiting to find that out so I can buy tickets. But the most expensive tickets are in the Splatter Zone, and they're only $30. So it's not
like it's like going to a Gallagher show. There's a Splatter show.
Oh yeah, they come out and spray blood all over you. It's hilarious. And
Sounds like fun.
if you get a chance, look it up on YouTube. There's tons of videos out there of some of these shows, and they're great. They really are hilarious. They've got the Evil Dead flair to it, and just put it on stage. It's great. But
you know what we could actually do, by the way, since we're mentioning all these things, we could throw some links up there on the account, so people can go find these things.
that would be great. You can Snapchat one too. But it looks like a lot of Halloween Horror Nights has been announced. They have a very strong presence in. They're doing a Pandora's Box.
Pandora's Box.
Yeah, they've got. This year they're doing 10 mazes, which include Us, based on Jordan Peele's. I'm not saying critically acclaimed blockbuster, but it's based on Jordan Peele's Us. Ghostbusters, the Netflix original series Stranger Things, 1980s film thriller Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Yes.
Oh, that's sweet.
I may actually make this the first year I go. They're doing Creep Show and House of a Thousand Corpses. And, of course, Walking Dead.
Oh, that's awesome. That actually sounds like a really decent time. It really does. What do they do? Did they say what the charging for admission is?
Knowing Universal, probably about $45 to $75 in your firstborn.
Oh, okay. All right. So we can't afford it. Basically, what you're saying.
But also, by the time this episode launches, we should still be coming up on a couple of movies getting ready to launch. We've got It Chapter 2 coming out here in September. We also have... what the hell was the name of that movie? I really should have prepared for this.
It's not like we didn't have days.
Game On, or what the hell was that?
Game On? Now you're just making up movies.
Yes, I am. You know what? Son of a bitch, I'm going to have to edit all this out.
No, keep it in. Keep it in. For once, I don't sound like the one who's not prepared.
Just to show how unprepared I am. No, it's we uploaded the trailer a while ago. 1 second, let me see if I can find it.
Looking for movies that are coming out?
Yeah.
Hang on, I have my AMC app. I'll pull it right up. What are we looking for? Let's see. We got.
If I knew what movie I was looking for.
Okay, we got It Chapter 2 opening September 6th. We have Downton Abbey. Rambo Last Blood opening September 20th. Joker opening October 4th.
Ready or Not. I feel stupid now.
Oh, Ready or Not, really?
Yeah, because that's actually what I'm really looking forward to.
Oh, okay.
And it looks like fun. And I heard another podcast recently comparing that to son of a bitch. Truth or Dare. Truth or Dare.
Oh, Truth or Dare. Okay. All right. I can understand that. The premise sounds like it'd be similar.
No, I think it's way off. That's why I kind of looked at my radio like, what the fuck are you talking about when one of the hosts said Truth or Dare?
Yeah.
But anyway, we are 20 minutes into recording, and we haven't even told these folks what movie we're going to be talking about today.
That's a good point. Well, right before we do that, I'm going to throw out two more things that should be horror related, by the way, for movies that are coming out. We also have The Addams Family coming out October 11th. Maleficent.
Animated with Finn Wolfhard.
Who is he in the movie?
He's one of the... I forget. I think he's Pugsley.
Really? Oh, shit. Okay. Maleficent, Mistress of Evil, if you want to count that as horror. I mean, it says Mistress of Evil, so why not?
More fantasy, but yeah, I'm actually looking forward to that, too.
Another movie people have been wanting for a very, very long time. Zombieland 2, Double Tap, opening October 18th. And I think that is... I think that's all we got coming up. If anything interesting. Oh, and then, the Matrix 20th anniversary coming out August 30th.
Oh, shit, I can't believe I forgot to mention that. Matrix 4. Oh, yeah.
I neglected that on purpose.
Oh, I think I need to change my shorts. But yeah, Matrix 4 is coming. I have a really hard time saying Lana Wachowski, but Lana Wachowski is going to write and direct it. And they are bringing back Keanu and Carrie Ann. And oh my God, I can't wait.
Oh, you know what? Speaking of that, by the way, because I completely forgot until you said that, we have Bill and Ted 3 coming. Speaking of Keanu. And they've been filming that. And there's also another Instagram account that people can follow on that too, if they're interested in Bill and Ted Part 3, which is Bill and Ted Face the Music. We've gotten some weird shots so far of Keanu Reeves in some interesting costume.
Meh.
Meh? Is that what you said? Meh? You meh? You didn't like Bill and Ted?
You and Matt were the big Bill and Ted guys.
Well,
I wasn't a big fan of Bob and Fred.
Well, my whole thing with that was it wasn't as much Bill and Ted as it was, one, it was a fun movie, but two, it had to do with time travel and sci-fi, and that's my forte, time travel and sci-fi. Well, sci-fi. Big fan of Back to the Future. Big fan of Star Trek 4. It was a time traveling sci-fi movie. Not the best movie in the world, but still, it was fun. But yeah, so Bill and Ted Face the Music also has an Instagram account if anyone's interested in checking that out too.
Or not.
Or not. It's entirely up to you. Have we even gotten to what movie we're talking about yet?
We have not. We're going to go ahead and do that now. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Big Top. Today we are reviewing It 2017. It was a Patreon pick by our wonderful fan and avid listener, Mike. Mike, thank you so much. We have one more to do of yours, and then we're all caught up. And frankly, I don't know what the hell we're going to do. No one else has paid for us to watch movies lately.
I think I guilted somebody into doing it yesterday, by the way. So keep an eye out for a donation from someone named Jessica. So just keep an eye out for it.
You know what? Somebody, a friend of yours, now that oh shit, I forgot all about this. A friend of yours did donate months ago.
Ooh.
And told
Sam.
us to pick, I think so, and told us to pick whatever movie we wanted.
Right. Sam did. You're absolutely right. I completely forgot about that.
So we actually have two Patreon picks to go through.
And we actually get to pick whatever it is we want on this one.
Exactly. So this one, though, is It from 2017, has a runtime of approximately this podcast at 2 hours and 15 minutes. Directed by a guy I can't pronounce his name for. Starring Jaden Martell as Bill, Jeremy Ray Taylor as Ben, Sophia Lillis as Beverly, Finn fucking Wolfhard as Richie Beep Beep, Chosen Jacobs as Mike, Jack Grazer as Eddie. There's way too many fucking people. Wyatt Olaf as Stanley, Bill Skarsgård as Pennywise. We should end it there, but we're not. Nicholas Hamilton as bad guy number 2, a.k.a. Henry Bowers. The plot is, in the summer of 1989,
Did you say Georgie?
Bullied kids. Yes, I did.
Okay.
No.
You didn't say Georgie?
No, I didn't. I didn't say Georgie.
Jackson
He
Robert.
matter.
Jackson. What? He's Jackson Robert Scott. There. We got him out.
See, this is why we have zero credibility. I was in the middle of the plot and you cut me off.
No, that's not why we have zero credibility. There's lots of other reasons. That's not
Anyway.
one of them.
Anyway, killer clown eating children every 27 years. It's on IMDb at a current 7.4 out of 10, Rotten Tomatoes 85%, and Metacritic at 65%. You can watch this on Vudu, Prime, YouTube, Google Play, averaging around $3.99 a rental. I currently have it playing in the background. Once again, I'm watching mine through Prime.
You have it on right now?
Yes, I am.
Wow.
Matter of fact, the scene is... Yeah, this is actually one of my favorite scenes. Hold on, I'm kind of looking away. Oh, okay. They're up to the part where Beverly is on the fire escape and they're riding their bikes up, and she's going to run down and tell them she had the worst period of her life and she needs them all to come witness it.
That I remember that scene. I remember that scene very, very well. I've never seen a period like that ever.
Is this a period piece? Okay, I'm gonna start the discussion on this movie. I have been really excited about the fact that this got picked. I thanked Mike personally. I sent him a thank you for it. I was really excited to watch this movie again because Devil Bunny and I went and saw it in the theater opening weekend. She was a big It fan. She loves Tim Curry. I love Tim Curry. We went to see it. We both walked out saying it was a good movie. We really enjoyed it. And I did. So when I got to see it a second time...
I'm waiting for the butt.
I watched it. I enjoyed it. It was not as good as the first, because now I'm starting to notice things and pick things out. Then I saw it a third time, and then Mike recommended it, and I was, oh great, let's watch it again. Watched it, and I have watched it probably in the last, I don't know, what would you say, month since we talked about when we were going to do this movie?
Yeah.
I have probably seen it about 6 times.
Jesus.
And every fucking time it gets worse. How does this movie get worse? I'm not kidding.
You almost sounded like Beetlejuice there for like half a second. It gets worse every time I see it.
Yeah, it does. Every fucking time I press play, I see Finn Wolfhard's name. Already I get a little pissed off. Oh, don't get me started on that little brat.
You're just being biased. You're really being biased about this kid. There's nothing wrong with the kid. There's nothing wrong with him.
Let's take him out of the equation. Let's remove him from this movie, please. And now let's look at the movie again. Pennywise, Bill did an amazing job.
He did.
This
I really
Pennywise is fucking frightening. I loved it. But that's not what Pennywise is. I went back and I'm watching this Tim Curry one. I'm looking up, descriptions online. I'm looking at, captions in the book.
Sure.
He's supposed to be a funny clown that lures children to him. Pennywise the Dancing Clown in 2017 is fucking frightening right off the bat. Any kid that would walk up to this clown like there's nothing wrong with him has got serious psychological fucking damage. Hey, the whole circus is down here, Georgie. You smell the popcorn? Fuck you, I'm out. No.
Yeah, in all honesty, Georgie would have completely survived if he had just decided that I'm talking to a clown in a sewer. I should probably just leave. That he...
fuck that. He's talking to a scary fucking clown.
Yeah.
Pennywise, if we took him out of this movie, if we took the Bill Skarsgård version out of this movie and just made a killer clown movie and put him in it as this clown, not Pennywise, just this clown, it would be fantastic. I would love to see a killer clown movie with this clown, but this is not Pennywise. This is not the cutesy, alluring clown that sucks these children in under the guise of something fun and then eats them and feeds off their fear. That's not what this clown is. He's scary right from the start. And I'm not afraid of clowns, but this fucker, I'd be hitting him with a bat within seconds.
So, all right, let's take this apart here for a second. Let's say we did pull Skarsgård out of this, okay? We completely replace Pennywise with Tim Curry's Pennywise. So same modern movie, but with Tim Curry's Pennywise. How would you feel about that?
I think it would be fantastic. This movie is visually stunning from the point where we're getting the New Line, the Warner Brothers logo and the Rat Pack logo with the rain. Those fade out, and it's like a crane drop as it's coming down through the branches of the trees and the rain. It's a visually stunning movie. The way Pennywise's eyes came out of the shadows in the sewer, the fact that they didn't shy away from the fact that they didn't shy away from fucking up a kid right from the beginning.
No, and that's great, by the way. I was very happy that they just like, fuck you, we're biting off your arm. Like, that was great. That was so great. We don't get
the
enough of
scene
that.
in the basement where Pennywise is controlling Georgie's corpse like a fucking puppet.
Yeah.
Things like that. It's just, oh my god, a gorgeous movie. But certain elements just didn't fit. And that was what kills it for me. Every single time I see this movie, this makes what is this? This is like number 7 in the last month that I've watched this movie. And every time, it just gets worse and worse.
Do you think maybe at this point, maybe you've just watched it too many times and now you're just overly critical? That maybe there's nothing wrong with the movie? Maybe it's all because you're tearing it apart? I mean, we could take... what's the best movie ever made? Give me the best movie ever made.
Matrix.
Give me the best movie ever made.
Matrix.
You're not hearing me. Give me the best movie ever made. Spartacus. Let's take
Matrix.
Spartacus. No. Fine, we'll take the Matrix. I forgot where I was going with my point with this. Okay, so we'll take the Matrix. Okay, you watch that movie 50 times. All right, you're going to become critical. You're going to start seeing all the little things that make it not perfect, you know. And maybe
Chris.
that's what you're doing as far as it is
Chris.
concerned. You are going to find it. It's not perfect, Michael.
Chris.
Matrix is not perfect.
You've picked the wrong movie. Do you remember back when Tim and I worked at Black Market Minerals in Old Town?
Jesus, yeah.
There was a time I worked there for a year.
Mm-hmm.
Every single day that I got home from work, I watched The Matrix. I have seen that movie over 300 times.
Oof.
I still love it as much today as I did the first day I popped that DVD in and broke my DVD cherry on it.
Okay. Ooh. Okay, now let me... Wow, I just really creeped out by the way you said that. Let's look at it from a different perspective, okay? You really like that movie. Okay, you really
I do.
like you like that movie. This is your height of movies is The Matrix. You can't tell me it's absolutely perfect in every way.
It is.
There's got to be things. There's got to be things.
Tell me one thing wrong with it.
I haven't seen it in a long time. I couldn't even tell you. I couldn't.
See,
even, I would need
it's
I would
so-
need to watch it again. But I mean,
There's absolutely nothing wrong with this movie.
to me personally, okay, it was a good movie. I enjoyed it. I'm not going to say I didn't enjoy it. I liked the first Matrix movie. I'm sure there are things that happened that I'm missing. That if I went and watched it again, I'd be like, "Oh right, yeah, I forgot about that." Little things that probably mean absolutely nothing. It probably does nothing as far as killing the story is concerned. Probably does nothing like that. They're just little mistakes. Shit happens.
Okay. Here's all right. We're way off topic here, but
Yeah,
I'll tell you, there is one thing that from the first time I watched it to the 300th time I watched it,
Okay.
does bother me.
Okay.
And it's at the very end when he's talking to the program and he tells them that, you know, he's here to set everyone free. And then he hangs the phone up, walks outside of the phone booth
I know where you're going. Yeah.
and flies off like Superman.
Yeah. The worst effect of flying off like Superman I've ever seen in my life, by the way. That's my point.
That
Still.
wasn't even it for me. I'm like,
Okay.
how the fuck is he flying? That's what my issue was. But that was 7 seconds out of a over 2 hour movie.
Sure. And which, by the way, I can half defend that for the sake of he's the one, right? So he can
is.
manipulate the Matrix as he needs it. So that's how he's flying.
We're led to believe he's the one, but when
Yeah.
you watch all three movies in the Animatrix, there's a small child.
Yeah, I tried
There's a small child that freed himself from the Matrix that, you know, is a fan of Keanu's. And you see him, I think, in one movie, he runs up and gives Keanu a wooden spoon. So, I mean, that's pretty cool. I do like all the little aspects.
I
that
try
you
to-
find in it. But we're not reviewing Matrix, though.
Yeah, I know, but and which is a good thing, by the way, because the other two, like Animatrix, I never saw, so I can give zero opinion. But part 2 is okay. I didn't mind part 2. Part 3 is an abortion, and I kind of wish it was never made. I'm happy if they ended it at part 1, I would have been fine. Would have been totally fine. Part 2 was okay. You know, would have been okay if they ended it there. Part 3, you can't tell me part 3 is a good movie. You can't.
I can't tell you part 2 is a good movie either.
But it's better than part
But-
3.
let's bring it back to it
To
real
It,
quick, because
yes.
I just looked over and I saw fucking Finn Wolfhard on my TV.
Here we go.
This movie, for those of you that don't know, this movie is essentially a reboot or a remake of a made-for-TV miniseries of the same name. It's
Yep.
based off a Stephen King novel. It's a great story. It is. It's very fun, and I love the fact that all of Stephen King's novels seem to have a reference to it or Pennywise in them somewhere. I'm loving this. I really do. It's his little signature, and I was not a huge fan of King before I learned all of that, but since I've learned that, I'm trying to read more and more of his stuff, and I'm seeing the little hints, so it's fun. I really enjoy it. And one of the things I love most about this movie has absolutely nothing to do with the movie itself, but Pennywise is a clown that hunts these children every 27 years.
Right.
The time between Tim Curry's It and Bill Skarsgård's It
Don't
was
say
27 years.
You motherfucker. Really?
Yes.
Seriously?
I thought it was fucking great the way they did that.
Holy shit. Was that on purpose, or was that complete fucking accident?
I'm pretty sure it was on purpose because it was in development. I was going to save this for a trivia section.
Yeah.
But I did find that this movie has been in development for 7 years before
Jesus.
they started filming.
Jesus.
So I think they were planning on getting it out in that 27-year time frame.
Wow. That's, if they really did plan on that, good for them. That's impressive. That is fucking
Not to mention,
impressive.
too, the time frame when the kids, or when the original 1980s It, when that was taking place, it was taking place in the 50s.
Yep.
The kids section of 2017 takes place 27 years later in the 80s. So it's really, really well done.
Yeah, that's a good, and then we pump it up another 27 years to now. So that's a pretty clever idea. It's a pretty clever idea.
Marketing was a fucking genius for
Yeah.
this show, or for
No
this
doubt.
movie.
No doubt.
So let's talk about the movie. What we did like about it. What were some of your favorite scenes?
Some of my favorite scenes. I was personally, I'm a fan of when all the kids are cleaning up that bathroom and everything that happened in that bathroom. To me, that was a really good scene. I really enjoyed that. I also enjoyed when they were in the house, and Pennywise is not really picking them off one at a time, but going after them one at a time in the house. I got a huge kick out of that. I'm a big fan of that. What about you? What stands out in your head?
For me, my favorite scenes all involve the clown. When they're in the garage and he's trying to show them on the hell is that thing called? The cha-ching, 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 and
Projector?
the projector. What is that type of projector
Slide.
called? The
Slide
projector. Yeah.
slide projector.
He's showing them all these maps, and then suddenly it starts moving on its
Yep.
own, and it's flashing so quick that it's actually making a movie on the screen.
Yep.
That they were using. I love that. But my favorite part was when it just kind of calms down for a second, and that giant fucking clown just comes out of the wall at them. Loved it. The scene again where he's using Georgie as a puppet in the basement, and he goes after Bill, and the way the head just kind of flops down on the stairs and looks up as Bill runs out and closes the door. Then his eyes rolled back into his head and kind of slinks back.
Yep.
Oh my god, this clown is fucking amazing. I didn't like the buck teeth on him so
I
much.
think that was just them trying to make him goofy. They kind of make him like,
I think
like
so,
a
too.
little bit likable, for a kid, I guess.
I think so too, and I just didn't get it. And probably the funniest scene in this whole thing is when Mike is getting his ass kicked by the three bullies. What was it, Kylo and the other two?
Kylo Ren and the other guy.
Yeah. Kylo, Henry, and whatever the fat guy's name was. But they're beating up Mike, and Mike kind of looks over into the bushes, and there's Pennywise chewing on this kid's hand, and then he uses it to wave at Mike. Oh, that's fucking great.
One other thing I would talk about Pennywise. I don't know if this is Skarsgård who's like this, or if this was an effect for the clown, because I've never really watched Skarsgård doing anything else. But does he have a lazy eye?
I believe he does.
Okay, so is that Skarsgård and not Pennywise? Because at one point in time, like, the eye is clearly looking a different direction. Like one of his eye, like his left eye, I think it is clearly looking.
I think he was checking out what's over on the refreshment cart.
Oh, what do they got over there today? Oh, those Pop-Tarts? I like Pop-Tarts. Right. I gotta eat this kid's hand. Then I can go get a Pop-Tart. That's exactly what's going through his head. Yeah, I wonder if that was. Now I gotta look it up. I'm gonna look that up. I want to know.
I gotta tell you though, I mean, there's some massive changes between this and the book. Of course, there's going to be. You can't have anything 100% like the book, and I'm actually gonna start doing some episodes here pretty soon, comparing books to. Or comparing movies and TV shows to their source material.
I'm kind of glad you said that, by the way, because I've never read it, so I have no idea how close it is in comparison. So
there's probably about equal parts from each one is good to the book itself. Mm-hmm. And one thing that you never see, and the closest we get to it, is in the 2017 version when the kids are all fighting each other in the middle of the street, and I think what's his name? I think Bill's punches Finn Wolfhard, which I kind of cheer every time that happens.
Yeah.
And he, oh God, what was her name? Beverly. Oh my God, I can't believe I forgot Beverly. Beverly jumps in and she's telling them that, no, we can't do this. This is what he wants. He wants to divide us. That is something that happens really fucked up in the book.
Yeah.
They're in the sewers and they're fighting each other, and she tries to kind of calm everyone down, and it's not working. So she starts doing things that kids their age should not be doing, to kind of break their concentration. And obviously, we're never going to get that. We're not going to get that in a movie, and I don't think we should. I don't want to see children performing sexual acts on each other. But I did like that they twisted it like that to be able to put it in the movie. But yeah, there's some changes between this and the source material, but I don't think it's that bad, the changes.
I do want...
Did I stall long enough for you to look up what you needed?
Yes, you did. Both of his eyes are weird looking. One of them, his right eye looks a little bit towards the right, his left eye looks a little bit towards the left. So when he's looking straight at you, he's not really looking straight at you. It's very creepy. There's a great picture on his IMDb page. It's the very first picture. It's if anyone looks this up, he's wearing like a Hawaiian shirt, standing in front of a San Diego Comic-Con wall. Look at that picture, because he's looking directly at the camera, but he's not really looking at the camera. Creepy guy.
Oh,
really is.
Lord.
What?
Oh, nothing. As a matter of fact, we're up to a part in this movie now on this particular scene that I really like, and it's when they're in the house kind of hunting around.
Yeah.
And they go upstairs, and he's kind of, like you said, he's picking the kids off kind of one by one.
Yep.
And the homage to the Tim Curry Pennywise is coming up.
Are you watching it now?
No, this is where they yank the girl out of the doorway. But I actually really enjoy this movie. I know it's, like I said at the beginning, how the fuck can it get worse and worse? And it does. It's not a perfect movie, but it does. It gets worse and worse every single time I see it. So if I'm going to rate it, I want to rate it right now. Get it out of the way so it can still maintain a good rating, because I'm afraid if I watch this 2 or 3 more times, it's going to suffer.
All right, so you want to go ahead and rate it? Go ahead and rate it now.
Yeah, let's go ahead and rate it.
Sure.
I'm going to go ahead and, as of right now, I'm going to give it like a 2.75.
Wow, it knocked down that far for
Two
you.
and 3/4.
Wow.
And it's only because, it gets a half-star drop because of Finn Wolfhard.
Oh, dear God.
And if anybody listens to this and you're a Finn Wolfhard fan, why? Just send me an email, horropocalypse@gmail.com, post on our Facebook page, post on our Twitter, tag us, tag him. I want to know why you're a fan of Finn Wolfhard.
Now, I'm just gonna say this, okay? I'm not a Finn Wolfhard fan. Okay, I'm not eagerly looking for his next project. Well, no, technically I am, because I want to see Ghostbusters. But aside from that, it had nothing to do with him. I don't have a problem with him. I have zero problem with him. I can't figure out for the life of me what your problem with this kid is.
My problem is he's the same kid in every fucking thing he does.
That's not his fault, though. That's his niche.
I'm going to have a hard time watching the animated Addams Family, because every time Pugsley says something, I'm going to see this little fucking twerp's face in my head.
God.
No. Nope.
Wow.
Nope.
Right.
He's a fucking pussy in Stranger Things. He's a fucking pompous ass in It. And I know they're characters that he's playing, but I've seen the shit where they're interviewing all the kids, and he practically acts exactly the same way. So I don't think there's much of a difference. And it just, I can't stand him. I can't stand him. Oh my God, I want to build a fucking judo, chop him in the throat. Something.
So let's just find out. All right, let's put it out there. If anyone has seen this kid in real life, or if anyone has seen any back, what's it called, footage, behind the scenes footage, let us know. What do you think this kid's personality is? You know, personally, I just think he's a kid. You know, Michael, on the other hand, thinks that the kid is evil. So let's find out.
No, I like evil.
I mean actual evil. Like there's a problem with this kid is where you go. Like Justin Bieber evil. Excuse me. That's the level you're putting this kid at. Just so you know.
You know what? I can't fucking stand Justin Bieber either. But you got Haley Baldwin.
There's a problem with her too, obviously. So.
Yeah, she got daddy issues and he got lucky. Come on.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. I will not disagree with any of that. There's a serious. We're not even gonna. That's a completely different subject. So you're at 2 and 3/4. Is that where you're leaving it at?
2 and 3/4 out of 5. Yeah. What's your rating?
I'm actually higher than that. I am 3.25. If we're gonna be specific.
A half star higher.
Yeah.
That's that Finn Wolfhard bump.
It's a Finn Wolfhard bump. No, I enjoy the movie. I mean, it's not the most perfect movie in the world, but I enjoyed it. I watched it. I didn't see it in the theater. My girlfriend and I watched it. We watched it a few months ago, actually, for the first time. And when I went to rewatch it, she completely forgot we even saw it. She goes, "Oh, I haven't seen that." I said, "Yes, you did. We watched it right here." She's like, "No, we didn't." I went, "Yes, we did." Like, so to her, it's one of those movies that's apparently easily forgotten. For me, I remember watching it. I watched it 2 more times since we had this coming up, and I'm totally fine with it. You know, I don't. To me, it's not degrading every single time I watch it. I'm not looking for reasons to pick it apart, you know, either. So, I think it's a fun movie. It's got some good scares in the movie. The effects are great. You're absolutely right. I mean, it's a beautifully filmed movie. If we're going art wise. So, yeah, that's what I think, and I'm really looking forward to the second half to see how this ends.
Okay, well, we're gonna do 2 more things here real quick. One of them is gonna be a surprise for you, and it's only because I've been thinking about it for the last week, and another podcast does this, and I really like it. I think it's gonna be a fun little thing for us to try. But first, let's find this part out.
Okay.
Is this a movie that you would recommend others see?
Yes.
And if so, or if not, why?
I absolutely would. It's an enjoyable movie. I think it's a very enjoyable movie. If you're a fan of scary movies, you would really enjoy it. If you're a fan of art type movies, you would really enjoy it. And I only say art because, like you pointed out, and I mentioned a little while ago, it's a beautifully filmed movie. The effects are really good for what they are. It's a good story.
Okay. I'm kind of in the same boat. Yes, I would most definitely recommend anyone who is a horror fan see this movie at least once. You need to formulate your own opinion anyway.
Sure.
But, yes, the creature effects, like the scene I was just talking about where they're up here and they're in the house and Pennywise is picking them away. When he jumps out of that coffin and lunges after Finn, the way the background is blurred and the edges around him are blurred, but he's kind of still straight and the background is twisting back and forth behind. It's visually done very well. I love this. I love everything about this movie visually. I do also highly recommend that if you do watch it once or twice, you can be done after that, because I guarantee you, Chris is a freak, but I guarantee you're going to find issues with it, and it's going to get worse and worse the more you watch it.
Now you're just going to make me want to watch this movie once every couple days, just to see if it gets worse and worse and worse.
Oh, it does. So, now, time for a new section, and I want to come up with bumpers for all of these sections, but this is going to be our double feature segment.
Okay.
Okay,
do you want?
That didn't go over very well.
No. Do you want to say it twice? You want to say double feature?
No. But what this is, what I would like to find out is, we're going to turn this into a double feature. What movie would you pair with this movie to watch in a double feature?
Oh. Well, you know what? I have two other movies that just popped in my head immediately with this. Just for the sake of sticking with clowns, and why the fuck not? This and Killer Clowns from Outer Space, or this and the original It, from 19 whatever the fuck year that was, whatever. This and Terrifier. Terrifier, right?
No, shit, you took mine.
Do you want Terrifier? You can have it if you want. You can have it if you want to use it.
Ass.
Sorry.
I didn't even think you saw Terrifier.
I haven't. But it's in my Netflix queue, and I really, really, really plan on watching it.
Wait. You haven't seen Terrifier?
Not yet, no. It's,
There's Sam's pick.
There's Sam's pick. Oh, Terrifier? You want to do it?
Yeah, fuck
sure.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do it.
Oh my god, I love Terrifier.
Fuck, I'll do it tonight. Right after I watch Detective Pikachu.
Aw.
Yeah, I have to see it. I have to see it. Did you see it, by the way?
I've been trying to pick up the 4K of it. I love Ryan Reynolds. Anything that man does, hopefully me, is amazing.
Yeah, I feel the exact same way, to be honest. Did you see Detective Pikachu yet?
I have not. I've seen lots and lots of clips, but...
Yeah, I'm in the same boat, and, we may have had this conversation once before, but I don't know if we had it on here or if we had it in private, but we both grew up, at least partially grew up, whatever, with Pokemon when Pokemon first came out, when it was first coming out on TV here, I should say. I don't understand why they couldn't have made the movie like that cartoon, because I think that's what everybody wants, is to see Ash and Brock and what the hell was her name?
Misty,
thank you. Going up against Team Rocket. Like, I would watch 2 hours of that in live action. Fuck yeah, absolutely. I don't know if this has anything to do with exactly. I mean, if this movie
double,
if this movie doesn't have Team Rocket in it, or at least have some kind of like hint to Team Rocket, then what the fuck was the point in making it? To be honest, but I
you want me to ruin it for you?
Oh fuck! What? Go
You
ahead.
really want me to ruin it for you?
Yeah, go ahead.
Who's that Pokemon? It's Pikachu!
Pikachu!
Uh-huh.
Are you just saying uh-huh?
Uh-uh.
Oh, okay, good. You're good. Well, okay, so at least I know I get to
now
see.
you don't
Ryan
need to
Reynolds.
watch it.
No, I do need to watch it. I do. I mean, I still want to see it. It still looks interesting, But oh well. Anywho, so Terrifier, yes, absolutely gonna watch Terrifier.
All right.
By the way, who'd you steal this segment from? Just out of curiosity.
I don't really want it. We've been, promoting other podcasts lately. Let's let them promote us for a little while.
But they have.
Not all of them.
Fair enough. Okay. All right.
As a matter of fact, I think only one has really talked about us.
Was that Straight Chillin'?
Yeah.
Is that where you stole this from?
No. All right, guys. Let's. We're gonna go ahead and wrap this one up because, as always, my phone is got that underwater sound. It's been about an hour.
Well, before we wrap this up, do we want to tell everybody what the next one's going to be?
Well, yeah, that's what I was leading into. Actually, we have one other segment before we get to that we need to cover, though.
Ooh.
And that is our
Tales from the phone line.
Hey guys, I heard you're recording It today, which was my pick. The reason I asked you to watch It, one, I really enjoyed it, so I figured you guys would enjoy it. I like the original TV movie one with Tim Curry a lot. I loved that movie. Part of that's because of Tim Curry. So when I heard they were redoing It, I was skeptical. And then when I saw who was going to play Pennywise, I was extra skeptical. But when I watched the movie, that movie was freaky as fuck. I was very surprised by how dark the movie felt. Like, I don't know if I'm explaining that right, but it felt much more, to me, more like sinister and evil than the first movie, which I thought was really good. So I'm really looking forward to the second part that's coming out soon. Anyway, those are just my thoughts. Thanks for listening. Okay, bye.
All right. Thanks, Mike. We really appreciate you helping us out the way you have, contributing to us through Patreon and, calling in with those kind words. We really appreciate it. And, we talked about a lot of the same points that you talked about there. We both enjoy the Curry episode. We both enjoy this one. Thanks again, and guys, if you want to reach out to us and send us a voicemail and be featured on our Tales from the Phone Line segment, you can reach us at 323-5-HORROR. That's 323, the number 5, and horror. Chris?
Yes?
Anything else you want to put in there?
No, God, no. Oh, no. Yeah, you can also, I'm sorry, now I'm getting sleepy. What the fuck? Usually this is you that's all sorts of tired. Yeah, no, you can find us on Instagram. You can find us on Podbean. You can find us on YouTubes. Which, by the way, did we already mention this? The YouTube?
We have not.
I didn't think so. You know what? Since you got the last bump, I'll let you go ahead and say it.
What?
You got the last bump of like 20 people.
Oh, yeah. Guys, thank you so much. I posted about us needing like 25 more people in one of my collector groups, and man, you guys really came through for us. Within a matter of, an hour or two?
Oh my God, Chris? It wasn't even an hour.
We met our goal. We exceeded our goal. We're over 120 or so subscribers right now.
We should have done that 2 months ago, guys. By the way.
Right? Instead of begging these assholes that listen to us to do it.
No shit.
But anyway, guys, yeah, we got a couple of things to go over real quick before we end. First off, next episode, we've got another Patreon pick, once again brought to us by Mike. It's Mike's final Patreon pick.
Yep.
Peter Jackson's Dead Alive. I actually cannot wait to see this with that crappy claymation Sumatran rat monkey. It's going to be great. I cannot wait.
I just watched it, by the way, and I'd never seen the movie before. This is my first time watching it. I didn't even know it was
really?
Peter. Yeah, I didn't even know it was a Peter Jackson movie. The second I saw Peter Jackson, I went, "Oh, this is going to be interesting." That claymation rat monkey, holy shit!
Oh yeah.
I couldn't. I was basically. I've been laughing almost nonstop since I started watching it, and yeah, no, it was. I'm enjoying it so far, but I'm sure it's. Yeah, we'll talk about it.
Definitely. So that's our next episode, which you can get next Sunday. Don't forget, guys, you can also talk to us, interact with us, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Vero, email at horropocalypse@gmail.com. You can also contribute to us at Patreon at patreon.com/horropocalypsepodcast. There you can donate anywhere from $1 up and get exclusive content, stickers, bracelets, coming soon, t-shirts, hats, maybe slap bracelets, maybe machetes. We don't know. We're working on a bunch of shit. So, but you can always help us out with that. Your contributions help us keep this going. So we appreciate every dime that you send us. You can also check us out on various platforms such as Google, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, Podbean, iHeartRadio. We're popping up everywhere. Places I haven't even submitted us to, we're popping up on.
Yeah,
so
you just said
we're
one I've
getting
never
out
heard
there.
of.
Which one?
You say Fisher?
Stitcher.
Oh, yeah, never heard of it.
As in you stitch the thread.
Yeah, never heard of Stitcher.
Oh, well. You, really?
Yeah. Doesn't sound familiar at all.
See, I'm looking at this layout that I sent you back in April.
Yeah.
And it's mentioned right there.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh. Maybe I should read that.
You think?
I honestly don't remember. Like, Stitcher sounds brand new to me. But then again, you know what? I did recently have a head injury, so maybe I just forgot. So
that is true. So we'll let it slide this time. We're good. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for listening. This has been our It 2017 episode. Remember, rate, review, subscribe to us no matter where you're at. That really helps us get exposure to other people. I know you want to keep us all to yourselves because we're so fucking adorable, but we need the exposure. So go ahead, guys, rate, review, subscribe, and we'll see you next week.
For your boys, literally a roaming nightmare, preying on your worst fears. Never said I'd fight fair. Who am I? Pennywise, identified by bright hair, red with a white face, to a living timeshare. It's really nice, you should visit, but the walls are quite bare. Maybe I should decorate with children that have died there. Leave you subtle messages to lure you in the crevices. The method is nothing new but valuable to menaces. 27 years I've been dormant, but I'm now awake without a warning, and I'm craving organs, wanna feel my plate entering on my estate. Buddy, that's a big mistake, one that many make. When you're here, there was no escape. Come and meet your worst fears, running out of words here. Maybe I should just do torture levels first tier. Eating you alive while I watch your hand tremor. Forget a nightmare, I'm the new night terror.
I feel you trembling, the fear taking over now. Rip out your heart, you'll disappear. Not your normal clown. I'm a demon, I'm a demon, I'm a demon. Take your life away. I'm a demon, I'm a demon, I'm a demon. Come on down and play.
Come here, little Georgie, I've got something you should see. I know you like balloons. Here, take this one, it's free. All you gotta do is come into the train with me. Clowns are your friends. When I saw you, I became giddy. Like, here's another boy here to play with me. Seen him come and go. So many been evading me, but I didn't care. Georgie, I've been waiting, see? Who have I been waiting for? You, of course, patiently. Don't be a stranger, it really is a pleasure. Company is something that I rarely get and treasure. Even made an introduction so that you can know me better. And don't you want your boat? Weather's only getting wetter. So let me take your hand, boy. Don't you want your property? And maybe that balloon that I offered you without a fee. Whoopsie, now I got you, pull your body whole through. Bring you to the dark, boy, see if you can float too.
I feel you trembling, the fear down and play.